Yo, what's up guys, Dota Academy here, and today we're going to go through the new 7.06 E patch. So there's been quite a few now already, so we're on to 7.06 E, so still no 7.07, but let's just go through the changes here and I'll give you my thoughts. Neutral small camps, gold bounty increased by 10%. So right off the bat we're seeing a small buff to the jungle. Heroes that jungle, you're going to get 10% more gold for the small camps. Second one, Veil of Discord, the recipe cost increased to 500 from 400, so slight nerf, just an increase in the recipe for Veil. Bloodthorn's critical strike damage has been reduced by a little bit to 1.4 times, so a little nerf, sorry, for Bloodthorn. Halberd disarm duration on ranged heroes reduced by 0.5 seconds to 5. So we're already seeing a couple of nerfs here about recipes and disarm durations being decreased. Alchemist, his base agility has increased from 11 to 16, so that's 5 more agility for Alchemist, so that's quite nice. And his Grieval's Greed bounty rune multiplier increased from 2 times to 2.5 times. So I remember seeing a couple patches ago Alchemist got a little nerf and not many people were playing him, so I think this is kind of the way IceFrog is saying, alright guys, play some Alch. So they've buffed him a little. Arc Warden's turn rate has improved to 0.6, small Arc Warden buff. Batrider's Flaming Lasso cooldown increased to 180-60 from 90-75-60. So that's really hurting Batrider, especially in the early to mid game. If you've only got Lasso at level 1, then your fight, you're going to have to wait longer before you're able to initiate. So small nerf for the Batrider. Brewmaster's Fire Brewing health increased to 1300. His level 10 talent changed from plus 30 attack speed to plus 30 damage. And I think that's better because Brew's got the crit. He doesn't really need attack speed. He just needs more damage, higher, and the more damage he gets, higher the crit damage. His level 25 talent changed from plus 120 damage to plus 140 attack speed. So we can already see they've actually swapped these around. But 140 attack speed is a lot, actually. When you get to level 25, he's going to be hitting very, very quickly and very, very hard. So that's Brewmaster getting some buffs. Broodmother, now level 20 talent went from plus 12 spiders attack damage to plus 14, so a tiny buff for the Broodmother spiders. Bristleback's base damage reduced by 4, so Bristleback keeps continued to get nerfed because he is still partially a dominating hero if you don't know how to play against him, so small nerf for Bristleback. Chen's Hand of God heal increased by a little bit, not much, but tiny buff for Chen. His level 20 talent increased from plus 90 gold per minute to plus 120. So that's an extra 30 gold per minute, which is nice for you Chen players out there. Clockwork's Battery Assault mana cost increased to 100, and his base damage has been reduced by 3. So got a small nerf for the Clockwork. Moving on, Dox's Surge cooldown has increased just basically by 1 second. So tiny nerf for the Darks here. Enchantress Nature Attendant mana cost has been reduced to 125, so it's a nice little buff for Enchantress, just getting a solid consistent 125 mana cost. Io Spirit's mana cost increased to 150, so tiny nerf for Io. Legion Commander Press the attack cast range has been reduced, so this is actually, this can prove significant if you're team fighting and you need Legion to, like, you know, purge something off with press the attack, so you've got a smaller range to do that in. Leshrac level 15 talent increased from plus 10% magic resistance to plus 15%, and Pulse Nova damage has also increased to 100, 140 and 180, so little buffs for Leshrac. Lifestealer's strength gain has been reduced from 3.3 to 3.1, so that's a small nerf for Lifestealer. Lena's Dragon Slave damage has been reduced, so this is actually gonna hurt her in lane, I reckon. Because in the early levels, if you're leveling up Dragon Slave, if you're going mid laner to try and, you know, spam and nuke the creep waves, then you're gonna do less damage now. Her level 25 talent from plus 40 dash 4% Fiery Soul to plus 35 dash 3%. So nerf on that talent. The level 10 talent has actually been buffed, so you get an extra 5 movement speed, and level 20 you get an extra 5% magic resistance. So kind of a balancing kind of thing for Luna, I reckon. Oh no, sorry, I'm stupid, I didn't see that said Luna. That was confusing. So Luna got nerfed and Luna got buffed with the movement speed and magic resistance for levels 10 and 20 in the talent tree. Lycan's Howl cooldown has increased, small Lycan nerf. Monkey King's Boundless Strike cooldown has been reduced, so little buff there already for Monkey King with a reduced cooldown for his stun. And Wukong's command attack interval has also improved. So since Monkey King got absolutely shat on, I think they're now trying to bring him back, make him more relevant again. Morphling's base attack time has improved. Naga Siren's base health regen has increased from 0.5 to 1.5, so that's a nice buff there for Naga Siren. Night Stalker's based intelligence has been reduced to 13, and Hunter in the Night cooldown has increased, so we've got little nerfs for Night Stalker. Nyx Assassin's move speed has been reduced to 300. Ogre Magi has had a few talent tree changes, so his level 15 one has increased from plus 8% magic resistance to plus 12%. His level 20 talent increased from plus 250 health to plus 350. And the other level 20 talent has increased from plus 25 move speed to plus 30. So Ogre Magi getting a talent buff in this patch. Phantom Lancer, agility gain increased to 2.8. So small buff for Phantom Lancer. Phoenix's level 10 talent increased from 175 health to 200. Nice little buff for Phoenix. Puck's base armor reduced by 1, so small nerf. Pugner's level 25 talent increased from plus 150 Never Blast damage to plus 200. So that can be quite significant later on in the game if you're like nuking buildings and stuff by the end game. That'll be really nice to do. Queen of Pain base damage reduced by 4, and her level 25 spell life still reduced from 70% to 60%, because we already saw, you know, in the TI qualifiers and stuff, everyone was playing Queen of Pain and they were doing really well. I think she had like a 57% win rate or something like that, so small nerf for Queen of Pain. Razor's agility gain has been reduced to 1.8, small nerf for Razor. Sand King Caustic Finale timer damage has been reduced. Shadow Demon's base strength has increased, and Demonic Purge cooldown reduced from 50 to 40. I think Shadow Demon needed this because he was like a hero that no one was playing, like literally nobody was playing Shadow Demon. And so now he's got a nice buff to maybe, hopefully, get people to play the hero more. Sniper's agility gain has increased to 2.7. Spectre's base strength has increased by 1, and her level 15 talent went from plus 20 move speed to plus 25. I don't even know if that's relevant. Like, why do we need this? Like, I thought Spectre was a really strong hero. Unless she got... maybe she got a tiny nerf in the previous patch, I'm not sure. But definitely this seems a bit strange. But hey ho, if you play Spectre, you're probably going to want to play her more. So Sven's Warcry cooldown has increased by a little bit. Tiny's Toss can now throw units to spell immune enemies. Now this is actually quite big of a change. So you can actually toss people now to heroes with spell immune. So like BKBs or skills that provide, you know, spell immunity and stuff like that. So that's quite cool. Venomancer's strength gain has been reduced to 1.9. Visage Gravechill mana cost reduced to 90. Windranger's Windrun mana cost reduced from 75 to 60, so that's going to be much more spammable now on Windrun. For Windranger, Wyvern's Cold Embrace base health regen has increased to 25, which is pretty nice, and Arctic Burn Slow increased from 19, 26, 33, 40 to 22, 28, 34, 40, so we're getting more slows as a percentage from levels 1 to 3 on the Wyvern. So that's pretty much all the changes in 7.06e. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like rating below if you did, subscribe to the channel, check out our Patreon as well. The link's always in the description. It really helps me kind of continue providing content for you guys, so I appreciate it a lot if you want to show your support. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.